my name is Patrick Crothers and I'm the District Technology Coordinator for Mahtomedi Public Schools. As part of the Device for Every Learner initiative, students at Wildwood will be using iPads, and students at O.H. Anderson, the middle school, high school, and Passages will be using Chromebooks. Throughout the year, teachers will be working with the students to learn how to use the devices and also how to use the different learning systems we have within the district. We also want to give you an overview of these systems and the devices so that you're able to support your students as well. Let's get started. Students at Wildwood Elementary School use a variety of technology tools for learning, and the teachers do a great job working with the students to set expectations and practice taking care of them, especially the iPads. I want to share a few expectations we have at the school that are also appropriate when your child has their iPad at home, and also talk about some family expectations you may want to talk through. Having a school iPad at home is a new experience for most of us, so please be sure to talk with your child about your expectations. These are a few simple expectations we have for students that are also appropriate for at home. When it's not being used, it's always best to close the cover of the iPad case and set the iPad somewhere safe and out of the way. Not all of our iPad cases have covers, so if yours doesn't, it's even more important to have a safe spot to store it when it's not being used. Next, when your child is moving their iPad from one spot near your home to another, make sure they're using two hands and holding it securely. Think about how they would carry the lunch tray when they're at school. Finally, when your child is using the iPad, please make a point to not have food or drink near it. iPads do not like crumbs and they really don't like liquids. It's important for you to also discuss your family expectations for the iPad when it's at home. Here are a few things you may want to talk about as a family. In which room in your home can the iPad be used? Make it clear if the iPad is not allowed in certain rooms like bedrooms or the basement or in rooms with closed doors. Next, talk about where in your home is the best spot for your child to concentrate on their work. Find a space where they can plug in the iPad, where they have good internet connection, and still where they can be monitored. It's also best if they can be sitting at a desk or table instead of sitting on a couch hunched over trying to look at the screen. Finally, talk about when the iPad can and cannot be used. The iPad is a school learning device, and when they're not doing schoolwork, it should be put away. Find a common place where the iPad can safely be left when it's not being used, and then, at the end of the day, put it away. When iPads come home, they should be brought back and forth between school and home in your child's backpack. Please work with them so they understand where in their backpack the iPad fits best, and even practice packing their backpack so things that could break the screen aren't pressing against the screen. iPads also do not like extreme cold or extreme heat, so please make sure the iPads are not left outside or in vehicles too long. Finally, when you need additional help, have questions, or the iPad is not working right, please go to the district homepage or the Wildwood homepage, and under Quick Links, click Device Support. On the Device Support page, you'll find access to our iPad guide that has some helpful information, general technology tips, and you can also submit an issue or question to the Student Online Help Desk.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about Seesaw at Wildwood Elementary. What is Seesaw? Seesaw is an online learning portfolio that students use to access digital learning assignments. This engaging learning platform also allows students to show and share what they know with connected family members. A student may have up to 10 connected family members to their Seesaw account. There are two ways to Seesaw. You can access Seesaw as a student or a family member. You will log into one of these via the Seesaw website or the specific Seesaw app, class or family. It is important to understand these two platforms as they function in different ways. Let's take a look at Seesaw as a student. So while using Seesaw on the district-provided iPad, your child will use the Seesaw Class app. If you try to access this on another device, remember, you need to be in the Seesaw Class app and not Seesaw Family. This is an important distinction. So some tips for signing in as a student. Wildwood teachers recommend that you not use the Seesaw class app from a phone. Seesaw work that is done from a phone does not save the same as it does while on the web or iPad. It is best to do all Seesaw work on the provided district iPad, unless other circumstances prevent this. Let's take a look at the Seesaw for family. As a connected Seesaw family member, you will be able to see your child's work right from your phone or computer. You will need to connect to your child's journal using the invitation from the classroom teacher. You will get a handout that looks like this. To get connected, you can connect from a smartphone. You will use the information provided here on the handout. To connect from the computer, you will visit the website. If you are on a device, you will need to use the family app. I am on the web signed in as a family member. Here I see the Home tab, which will give me an overview of all connected student journals. So you can see the work that has been approved and posted by the teacher. Here, if I want to look at a specific child journal, I can click that and I can see the connected classrooms. If I go back, my son has all of these different classes that have posted work. From there, there's an inbox. So the teachers will send announcements here. You also get notifications sent to email or text, whatever your settings are, so you can see what the teachers may have posted in Seesaw as an announcement. One thing to note in the journal, you can review your child's work by clicking through. This particular journal does not have any work that needs to be done, so this journal has been complete. This journal here is just one page. There's no arrow, so I could like it, or I could leave a comment. Student will need to be logged into the class app on a device. On the web, they would choose I'm a student, and they would use the handout with the QR code that the teacher has provided to log in. They would use the picture to scan the code, and it will bring them into their journal. Each student has been placed into different classes for specialist and homeroom teacher. The classes can be accessed on the top left corner of their screen. A lot of times the teachers will have different icons which make it easier. These have all been set up for practice purposes, so the icons are not changed. So the homeroom teacher will be here, and this is where students will get most of their work. From the homeroom tab, they can see the journal work that has been posted, or any of the things that have been started or maybe even sent back by the teacher. So Schroeder was working on this must-do activity. You can see this has different tabs that have different activities. So the child can, or the parent, from the parent side, can scroll through to see what was done. Now, it's important to note that the parent will not see any work that is saved as a draft from their account. Parents only see work that has been submitted and approved by the teacher. So if you're ever looking to check your child's work that is still in progress, or you want to edit work, that would need to be done from the student side in the class app or on the website. So from here, you can see any work that was posted. Any work that needs to be done would be on the activities light bulb. So here are the assignments, and you can scroll through and see the different assignments, and students would read the directions and they would hit add response. They would do the assignment, and then they always would post with that green check. So all of the work would be there. So you can see when they're in their activities light bulb, it breaks it down with the to-do tab, the in progress, so there was that assignment that was saved as a draft, and things that are done here. A lot of times students, they're pretty techy, and they know that they can edit assignments. A lot of times if they edit, this will bring it back and they can continue working on it if they've made a mistake, or they can save it as a draft and come back to it. If a student uses the copy and edit button, it will create a copy, and that's when you'll see multiple of the same assignment in Seesaw. That is kind of tricky because it won't respond directly to that assignment. It will create something new. So sometimes teachers have a hard time finding assignments in Seesaw when students accidentally use the copy and edit button. Students also get messages from teachers. So there's messages right now. Miss Practice Teacher hasn't sent any, but they also will see notifications when the teacher has updated their work or approved their work. So here, or a parent likes or comments. They will see that here so they can take a look in their journal. So this is a basic overview of what a student will see in Seesaw. Thanks for learning with us today. The Wildwood teachers look forward to connecting with you on Seesaw.